We've got some very big gains for the Medicare insurers. Medicare Advantage plans here is the key. Humana, as you see, up some 12+%. Bertha Coombs, of course, tracks all of this for us and can tell us exactly what is behind these moves this morning. Bertha.
Well, David, it was basically a surprise move. Medicare Advantage insurers getting a bigger than expected rate increase for 2026. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid setting the new rate increase at just over 5%. It's more than double the initial 2.25% rate increase that had been proposed by the Biden administration. Now, Humana, as you mentioned, seeing its best percentage gain in 5 years, among the biggest gainers today. The Medicare insurer has faced some of the biggest cost pressures over the last couple of years as the Biden administration had set lower rate increases, and we saw patients rack up higher than expected medical costs. Now, CMS boosted the rates after taking a look at full data for 2024, calculating a 9% increase in medical costs in Medicare, while the agency says it will still look to crack down on billing overpayments and other things like that. After 3 years of regulatory and rate pressures, this is a big tailwind for Medicare Advantage players, which will amount to about a $25 billion increase in payments, more so than anticipated in 2026. Now, analysts at Stephens raising price targets on the entire group as a result. United Health leading the Dow today, seeing its biggest move since November of 2020. Cantor analyst Sarah James notes that, the final notice was actually more positive than expected, given the incoming CMS administrator, Dr. Mehmet Oz's unexpected criticism of the program at his confirmation hearing. Oz was confirmed just last week as CMS administrator, and he has been a long-time overall supporter of the Medicare Advantage plan. So this was one of those things that people weren't sure whether they'd get this big a boost.
Yeah, Bertha, on the call, I believe that they had, at least with some people in the investment community and others late yesterday, they talked about, or the administrator talked about parity and balance. Does that make sense to you based on what you know in terms of the increased costs for these insurers?
A little bit. They have been facing higher costs. So the likes of Humana was seeing 90% of their premiums, over 90% of their premiums going out. And normally it's in a range of about 85%. And, as we look out, David, later this year, those hip replacements, knee replacements and things like that, medical devices, they are likely to cost more because of tariffs. So that could well pose a bit of a headwind in terms of costs as we look out further into the year. So I think they were taking that into consideration.
Bertha, thank you. Bertha Coombs back at, of course, our headquarters.